So I just landed in one of my favorite places on the planet, and that's Dubai. And as I landed and I got into my hotel and I got everything settled in, I thought to myself how much of a pain it was just to get here. And of course, instead of enjoying myself when I got here, I thought to myself, how can I completely optimize the travel experience with AI voice agents? And I put something together. It took me around 10 to 15 minutes. This is going to completely revolutionize the way travel agencies work and how they communicate with their customers in order to get them the trip that they are looking for. Now, this voice agent works directly for travel agencies. It works when somebody fills out a form. It will collect their information, what they're looking for, and then immediately shoot them a call. They'll then have a friendly conversation with the voice agent, and that voice agent will ask questions that matter, questions that qualify them, and questions to make sure that they have the best stay possible. Once it qualifies them and gathers all the questions, it will then book an appointment to review the proposal that it's generating. Before I jump into exactly how I did this, I want you to keep in mind that this works for just around any industry, whether you're in the education space, insurance, mortgage, real estate, entertainment, whatever it might be. This is going to be something that you want to pay attention to, because although this is useful for the travel space, this would also be useful for any industry where you make a mass number of outbound calls. So with that, let me jump into exactly what this voice agent does. So here we have a form. It's very simple what we're going to do. I'm just going to fill out this form as if it's a form on our website. Then we'll put our travel preference to Dubai. And then let's say I want to ride dune buggies and camels in the desert. And I also want to see the Burj Khalifa. Perfect. Then we submit this form.
Hey Will, this is Tessa from Thoughtly Travel. We received your request to travel to Dubai. Is now a good time to chat?
Yeah, now's a great time.
So, I understand you're planning a trip to Dubai, and you've got some exciting activities in mind. From what I've gathered, you're really interested in experiencing the thrill of riding dune buggies and camels in the desert, which sounds like an amazing adventure. You also want to visit the iconic Burj Khalifa, which is a must-see attraction in Dubai. Is that pretty much what you had in mind for your trip to Dubai?
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do.
That sounds like an amazing experience. To help me better plan your trip, can you please tell me how many people will be traveling with you to Dubai?
It's just going to be me and my girlfriend.
So it's just the two of you traveling together. That's great. Now, let's talk about your travel arrangements. When it comes to flying to Dubai, do you have a preferred airline that you'd like to take?
Yeah, I love Emirates.
Emirates is a great choice. They're known for their excellent service and comfort. Now let's move on to your accommodation in Dubai. What kind of place are you and your girlfriend looking to stay in? Are you thinking of a hotel, apartment, or maybe a villa? And how many bedrooms and bathrooms would you like to have?
The bedrooms and bathrooms doesn't really matter, but we definitely want a villa and a private pool if we could.
So, a villa with a private pool is a must-have for you and your girlfriend. That sounds like a wonderful way to relax and unwind during your trip. Now, let's talk about the excursions and activities you'd like to do in Dubai. You mentioned earlier that you wanted to go on a desert safari and visit the Burj Khalifa. Are there any other activities or excursions that you and your girlfriend would like to do?
We want to go skydiving.
Skydiving. That's an exhilarating experience. I'll make sure to add that to the list of activities for your trip. Now, to help me plan your trip better, can you please tell me what is your total budget for this trip, not including food and drink?
Yeah, just around $15,000 is what I was thinking of.
With a budget of around $15,000, I think we can plan a fantastic trip to Dubai for you and your girlfriend. Now, I just want to confirm a few details before we move forward. We'll be sending you a personalized travel plan within the next 24 hours, and then we'll schedule a call to discuss the details and finalize everything. Would you prefer to schedule this call for, say, tomorrow or the day after? And would you like it to be in the morning, afternoon, or evening?
Yeah, we could do a call tomorrow. Let's say somewhere around 2 p.m. Eastern time.
So we're looking at tomorrow at 2 p.m. Just to confirm, you'd like to schedule the call for tomorrow at 2 p.m.? Is that Eastern Standard Time, since we're currently speaking at 3:42 a.m. EST?
Yes, that works.
Tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST, I'll make sure to give you a call to discuss the details of your trip to Dubai. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to add or any other questions you have about your trip?
Nope, that's going to be all the information I need. Thank you very much.
Great. We will start generating that travel plan now, and we look forward to speaking with you at our meeting.
So very simple, agent, the way that it works. Form gets submitted. It takes that information from the form, references it inside the call, and has a friendly conversation to make sure that the caller gets the travel plan that they're looking for. So now that you have a basic understanding of how this agent sounds, how it's triggered, now I want to go ahead, I want to lift the hood, I want to show you exactly how this agent was built. So first things first, I came to Jotform and I built a simple template for a travel agency. And this could be any form submission software because all you really need is the webhook with all of the information. Whether it be Typeform, Jotform, or any other form that there is out there, you just need the webhook information with all of the answers that the user put down. In this example, I just took a template from Jotform. I asked a series of questions. Next, I come here inside of Thoughtly. I come inside of the automations tab and I build an automation that calls automatically. So I take the webhook that gets caught from Jotform, and inside this webhook is going to have all the answers. Everything that I filled out, the phone numbers, the interest, the location. I then create or update a contact based on that information. This includes name and phone number. We could also put email here. This way, the contact that was just submitted inside of Jotform is now created as a contact inside of Thoughtly. Then we call this contact. When we call contact, we select the agent that's going to be calling this contact, and we could send in metadata. This is how it knew the location and the interest that I wanted to do, and it could reference it inside the conversation. Now comes the portion of looking at the agent and how it was built. So when we want to do that, we come here to the Agents tab, and then we click the agent right here. And this is a very simple agent. I'm not going to jump too much into the weeds with it because it's a very linear agent. We have a start node that says, hey, contact name, so whatever was mentioned inside of that form. This is Tessa from Thoughtly Travel. We received your request to travel to metadata.location. This is how we reference that information inside of these calls. Is now a good time to chat. Keep in mind the caller could say one of two things. Yes, it is. No, it's not. If it's not, we get a better time for a callback. If it is, we then run it through a prompt node here that gets the location and interest to the AI and says, make sure to paint them a picture and ask if that's what they're looking for. We then go on to ask a bunch of questions. How many travelers? The preferred airline? What type of place do they want to stay in? What activities do they want to do? What's their budget? This list can go on and on. And matter of fact, let's say we asked their budget and they said anything less than 10,000. We could then disqualify that customer directly here on the call and save your team a whole lot of time. So if any of these questions disqualified the customer, you could also create an outcome directly here and disqualify them. We then tell the customer that they'll receive a proposal generated in 24 hours. Meanwhile, they're going to get booked in for their appointment for after 24 hours so they could discuss that proposal. Keep in mind, if you wanted to make this an even niftier agent, you can actually use like N8N, Make.com, or even Thoughtly for that matter, to generate this travel plan proposal directly for the customer and send it to them via email. And it could be instantaneous, which is pretty awesome. We get the preferred time of day, we confirm the appointment, and then we end the call once it's confirmed. So very simple agent the way that it's built, just a series of questions being asked, and it knows its objective. So if the conversation ever deviates, it will be able to answer those questions and bring the conversation back on track. Super simple agent the way that it's built, but also a very dynamic conversation. Next comes the question of what happens to this information as soon as we get it. So if we come here to our automations, we're going to go to this one here. We're going to see that we have an automation built for when a call has been completed. So let's say a call has been completed. We want the transcript, we want a summary, we want a recording, we want the tags. That comes all standard inside of this trigger. So as soon as the call ends, we're getting all this information. But we also want the information that was said inside the conversation, which is exactly what this extraction field is meant for. We take the transcript and we extract the data from the transcript. So for example, we want to know how many people are going to be joining us on this trip. So we take the transcript as the input data, we name the field that we want to extract, and then we give a description of what we're looking for. How many people will be on this trip? It will then extract that data and give you how many people are going to be on that trip. We could also do this with the hotel, airline, callback time, amenities, whatever questions you're asking inside of this conversation, we could extract it directly after the call. Lastly, we're going to create a record directly inside of Zoho so it updates inside of your CRM. And maybe we even send a text message after the call to whatever phone number you'd like, giving them a summary of what just happened inside of that call. Keep in mind, you could even use extraction fields inside of here so you could give it more at a glance, but this is how you could just give a summary as well. Use this little lightning bolt, come here, find the summary, and give the summary via text message so you get alerted every single time a form has been submitted. But with that, this agent took me around 10 to 15 minutes total to build, and in my opinion, it would be extremely beneficial for travel agencies to use it. And not only travel agencies, but also different industries out there. I don't care what industry you're in. If you have leads, if you have forms that are out there on the internet, it would be extremely beneficial just to get them a little bit more qualified or ask some proper questions in order to give it to a human, book an appointment, submit a ticket, transfer to a representative. Whatever it might be, that's going to be how you completely optimize a travel agency. So with all that being said, if this is at all interesting to you, I'm going to be providing a couple links down below. The first link is going to be a link to book a demo directly with our team. So if you want this agent directly inside of your own Thoughtly environment, we could duplicate this agent directly for you on that demo call. And the second link I'm going to be providing is a link to start out on Thoughtly for absolutely free of cost. This allows you to jump in the platform, start building agents for yourself, and see if it's something that you want to give a try. But with all that being said, I think I'm going to shut my laptop here, start enjoying my vacation. If this is at all interesting to you, click the links down below, and I will see you guys on the inside.